I want to talk about some new tactics, new bullshit that we're seeing ICE employ across the country, in particular in Chicago, but not exclusively, that is meant to intimidate you out of exercising your constitutional rights. So let me share a couple of the clips here, and I think it will become apparent to you very quickly that ICE is being fed these talking points, not just ICE, but also Customs and Border Patrol, right? We know that a bunch of ICE people have been fired, and that we know that Customs and Border Patrol is really ramping up and taking over in a lot of places, including in Chicago. Border Patrol can operate within 100 miles of the US border. That's where most of the population of the United States lives. So just watch these clips and see if you can pick up on what the talking point is, and then I want to discuss what we can maybe do about it.
First warning, man. You only get 2, and then you're going to be arrested for interfering, okay?
I'm just driving around my neighborhood.
You're harassing.
Following us, you're interfering.
Don't you have a family to go home to? You really should go home and take care of your own family.
It's Halloween.
I mean, I know you got...
It is Halloween. Shouldn't everyone be able to be with their families?
I worry about my family first.
You after work.
Why don't you worry about your family, man? Honestly, why would
I'm driving around. I'm exercising my right to record video.
Oh, you can record. But why?
Yeah.
Tell me why you're doing it. What is your logic?
Because it's my right.
tell
I
me what
love
your logic is.
driving around
Who do you think you're saving?
on a nice day.
Who do you think you're saving?
My neighbors and my community.
Really worry about your kids. It seems like you have a few. Because now you're going to be under arrest, and your freedom and your rights are going to be violated.
And just to be clear, it's like, yes, you're more than welcome to drive around. You're more than welcome to record. It's the following us, and then if we're trying to do enforcement action and you interfere with that, that's interfering.
Oh, I know not to interfere. I'll just be there and record. So everyone knows that everything that's happening is legal.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
We're talking about like the whistles and horn honking, which I know you haven't honked your horn. Thank you.
But
But
it scared me.
what is it?
I did not honk my horn.
You did something.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, so it's mainly that kind of stuff.
I mean, honestly, man. Don't you have something better else to do?
No, this is my day off, actually. This is the best thing I can be doing with my time.
Really? You never know what you're going to get involved with.
Is that a threat? Did you notice there how the second Chuddy was saying whistling and honking your horn is now considered interference in ICE duties? That's not correct. Also, did you see how the first ICE agent pointed out her children in the backseat and said, you should worry about your children? And then he said, you're going to be arrested. That was just a whole bunch of threats, and then they had to walk away. But keep watching.
Can you roll your window down for me?
No, I will leave it like this. I can hear you fine.
I have you. That's fine. You can record all you want. I have you on video, flipping your U-turn, following this vehicle here. This vehicle pulls over. You pull over. The vehicle takes back into traffic, and you follow it again. Is that correct?
Can you restate the question, please?
I'm asking you, are you going to continue to follow that SUV around knowing that it's an ICE agent today?
I will drive on the streets as I am legally allowed to do, and I will not break any laws doing so.
So you're refusing to answer the question?
That's correct.
Okay. As of right now, you're being detained?
For what?
You understand that?
No, I do not.
For following ICE vehicles?
Driving on the street is not against the law.
Okay. It is when you're purposely following ICE vehicles. So you're being detained, all right? And I'm going to determine if you broke the law, and if you did...
This is so horrible in front of a preschool. D597RK.
Okay, let me show you one more example. I have several saved, but I don't have time to show them all. And then let's talk briefly about the strategy that ICE is using and what legal experts have to say.
USC 111. If you continue to do it, I'll put you under arrest.
Can you show me the ordinance?
I'll arrest you and take you to the jail, and then your lawyer can see it after the fact.
Okay, it's my understanding
111.
I have the right to record you.
You do not have the right to impede a federal agent in the course
I'm
of your
not
duties.
impeding you.
Violating traffic codes while following
I didn't-
a federal vehicle.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I didn't
that's a violation of law.
I didn't violate a. What was that?
You're impeding and obstructing.
I'm not impeding by riding down the street. I'm not impeding by riding down the street. I happen to be going this way. Where are you going?
We saw you.
I know. I saw you too. I took pictures. I wasn't hiding from you. I saw you at Home Depot.
That's from the bus traffic. So
And now I'm
again, I'm going to pull you out of the vehicle and arrest you.
Okay.
Okay, no, I lied. I got one more, and then let's talk about it.
Back off me, I said. I'm on your way. I'm behind you. If you don't follow me, you're going to get arrested. You know what? We're in a Sam's Club. I told you keep your freaking distance.
All right, I'm keeping my distance. You're in a Sam's Club parking lot.
First off, I would like to point out how many of those ICE and Border Patrol agents, their voices were shaking. They're clearly they're really amped up, right? They don't know how to handle these situations. They don't know how to de-escalate themselves. And we have consistently seen ICE and Border Patrol absolutely out of control. Men who are heavily armed and feel that they are allowed to do whatever they want to you and they will not face justice for violating your rights. Those guys are real amped up and out of control, and they don't have any training or skills in how to de-escalate themselves when they are panicking because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, because they are not qualified and they are heavily armed and they will brutalize you, throw you to the ground and arrest you and violate your rights. I mean, you saw all those threats of I'm going to arrest you. I'm going to arrest you. For what? For what? These guys don't want to be recorded. They don't want it documented what they're doing because they know that it's illegal. Have firearms and body armor, and they are afraid of you recording what they're doing because they know that it's not legal. They're afraid they're going to face justice, and that makes them really panicky, and it makes these situations where these brave civilians are willing to continue to document, it makes their courage extraordinary. So the talking points we are hearing from ICE and Border Patrol now, somebody higher up has fed them this line, right? Because you know that cops are allowed to lie to you. You know they don't actually know the law very well, especially not the fail sons of ICE who are not trained. They're allowed to lie to you. So they try to make it sound like if you're recording them, they can arrest you. If you're following them, that they can arrest you. That's what these threats are. In that one video, they were like, oh, you were following us and then you made a U-turn when we made a U-turn and then you kept following us. That's illegal. No, it's not. You are allowed to drive on the streets and record ICE. But back in September, we started seeing these talking points coming from White House spokespersons and DHS spokespersons, where they were starting to use this language of interfering with federal law enforcement is a crime. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Interfering with law enforcement, engaging in their legal law enforcement duties, that's a crime. But none of these people are doing that. So what we're seeing now from the regime is this fabrication of what constitutes interference. Anything that makes an ICE agent uncomfortable is now deemed interference by ICE, or they will at least threaten that it is. They'll threaten to arrest you. They'll threaten your children, trying to get you to comply. Remember, authoritarians, right? They want to move the needle. They want to declare you no longer have this right. This legal thing that you're doing, we're now going to declare it illegal. And if you say, okay, I guess I have to go along with that, then they've now moved the needle on what is legal and illegal. You only have rights if you exercise them. This is why we do not comply, because they are now trying to make it such that anything you do that an ICE agent doesn't like can be deemed interference, whether or not what you are doing is constitutionally protected legal activity. I'm going to quote a piece from Reuters back in September. 6 legal experts told Reuters that surveillance of ICE is largely protected by the U.S. Constitution as long as activists don't interfere with their work. Courts have long held that recording law enforcement activists in public spaces is legal. Reuters interviewed a legal expert with the Heritage Foundation who said that it would be difficult for the Trump regime to prosecute activists for surveilling ICE agents. According to the New York branch of the ACLU, as long as you don't interfere with an agent's law enforcement activities, you are allowed to film them and you are allowed to follow at a reasonable distance. The First Amendment and the Right to Record Acts don't protect against filming that impedes an officer in engaging in their duties. Right, so if they tell you to back up, you have to back up. But you're allowed to drive on any street in the city. According to the NYCLU, if an officer requests that you back up from the scene of an incident and you don't, that's where you get into trouble. ICE driving down the street is not the scene of an incident. You are allowed to drive down the street. Be aware that this is a tactic that ICE and Border Patrol are using to intimidate you out of documenting what they are doing, the illegal actions that they are engaging in. I strongly encourage your Whistle Brigade group or your local grassroots group to contact an attorney. See if you can have legal observers at your events, and also understand what your rights are with regards to honking your horn or blowing whistles or recording law enforcement. If you don't exercise your rights, they will try and take them away. Also, don't forget, if you are forced to stop recording, that you can still be a witness to a crime that ICE is committing. Document it afterward, and that will be admissible in court as contemporaneous notes. Just having eyes on an ICE agent can deter violence. Even being able to take a single photo is valuable. Please know the ways that ICE is trying to intimidate you. Be aware of your rights. And don't let these fuckers get away with dismantling our democracy.